I've been on that journey myself, you know. I've been on that searching and seeking and going through every bloody modality there is, thinking I needed to do more work, thinking I needed to struggle more, thinking, you know, thinking I needed to do all of this stuff to feel peace. And the fact that you can just drop it all is just so empowering to me. Like I said, it feels like a superpower to be able to just drop something because it's so hard when we get that thought and then when that spiral starts. It's so hard to drop it mid spiral
Yes.
because you don't want to let go of it. Your ego doesn't want to let go of it. It's like, no, that's my truth.
Right,
Right.
because you see it as truth. We see in that spiral, it's like our own personal crisis, and it's real, and we feel it, and it's overwhelming and intense, and you feel like, oh my God, I have to unpack this. I have to figure out what's causing this. And then you come to the three principles and you're told, oh no, that's just thought.
Yeah.
And at first, if you just hear it as that's just thought, just set it down, you're like, well, fuck you, because how do you do that? You fucking, that's nice. This is just thought. Come here. Let me punch you in the face and you can tell me that's just thought too.
Yeah, tell me what you think about that, huh?
I understand the resistance. Like, I get the resistance because I resisted
Yeah.
at first. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's just thought. It's just thought that magically there's no money in the bank account. Magically the bills are stacking up. And oh, that's just thought that I'm getting kicked out of my house or I can't feed my family in it. But when you slow down enough and see that there are circumstances and that thought creates the experience, circumstance doesn't. And then you start to see what thought looks like. Because
Mm.
thought doesn't just look like pictures in your head, which I don't get, but the voice in your head, that's the afterthought of thought. So it finding a way to show people what thought looks like, I think is the hardest part of our job. Helping people
Yeah.
step out of the content. Because when you're digging through the content and looking at the content and then trying to battle the content, because, well, that's a bad thought. That's not the person I want to be. I want to think like this. It, it's exhausting.
Oh my God.
And I think the hardest part of our job as three principles teachers is showing people what thought looks like.
Yeah, because thought is formless, you can't physically show someone. You know, we can only use so many words to point them to it. You
Right,
know,
but you have to see that your experience comes from that power of thought.
Mm.
So what's the best way to help someone see the power of thought? That's just a question that just came to me. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. You know why? Because it's to just keep pointing them in the direction of to look inside. Because, I get trying to understand the power of thought, but intellectually, you're never going to understand the power of thought.
No.
I mean, we think we do, right? We're like, oh, okay, right. Thought, mind, consciousness, got it. No, you
Yep.
don't. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that it's not an intellectual thing. So, you know, we just keep pointing people inside because inside is everything that is innate. Inside is our wisdom. And when we get a glimpse, all we need is just a tiny glimpse. It opens up kind of like that window there. And then you see that thought. It kind of like, holy crap,
Mm-hmm.
it really is just a thought.
Yeah.
This feeling really is coming from me. I don't care if what that person just called me. I'm the one pissed off about it. They're not. They went about their day and they're gone. So like, yeah, when it's an actual thing that comes from inside in your innate being, then
Then you get it.
yeah,
And the thing is as well, like 70% of the time, I'm not in that space. I'm in that thought bubble, you know. But that 30% that I have been in it is enough. You only have to be in that for like like a second, and you're like, oh wow, I see it. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. There's no going back.
Yeah, and then it becomes you start to see thought. You start to feel the tension and see it as thought.
Mm.
You feel the apprehension or the anxiousness about doing something, and then you step back and you see it as thought, and it doesn't change the feeling. It takes the power away from it.
Mm.
So then we don't have to hide from it or run from it or feel the need to change it. And in doing so, it allows it to flow through
Yeah.
and new, better thought, insight. Yeah.
And that's and it's so magical because when we're in that thought bubble of whatever it is that we're struggling with, overwhelm, struggle, frustration, whatever it is, we're in that thought bubble and we can only see what's in that bubble, you know. But when we kind of take a step back and question the thought bubble, and that bubble kind of starts to disintegrate and you can see through it. And that's when you can get nuances that you couldn't see before because the bubble was too like strong. Once it kind of starts to dissipate, you can see new ideas coming. You're like, oh, how did I not see that? You know, I
right.
had, I had an what was it the other day? Yeah, I spent like a whole day trying to figure out an idea. I put a post about this, and
I
I
love
just,
that post, by the way.
I just could not get an idea anywhere. And I was getting rude, and I was trying to think my way out of it, and I knew that I was thinking. Even in the moment, I'm thinking that I'm thinking. you know and I'm like, I need to stop doing this, but even though me saying I need to stop doing this, that's more thinking. Right, stop. And like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I went and had a bath, and I just went to read a book, and I didn't even get to the first freaking page. Idea popped in my head,
Yeah.
and then another one, and then another one, and then it just fucking flowed in my head, and I was like, oh, I gotta get out of the bath to write this down. you know and it's just like, you can spend days, hours, weeks trying to come up with something, trying to come up with an idea, trying to come up with a solution to a problem. When if you just step back, the answer's always there. It's always there. Just
Just kind of give it
hanging out.
space. Yeah.
yeah.
Once you allow it space, then it waltzes right in. Like,
Mhm.
hey, I've
Here
been
I
here
am.
the whole time.
Right? Here I am.
Thanks for finally acknowledging me, right? You know, but
hmm
it's so necessary. Like you said, when you force it, yeah, it's a thing that's people trying to find solutions to problems and things like that. And they're trying to think their way out of it, like you were saying. That's all you're doing, yeah. And just I'm reiterating what you said.
Yeah,
That's all
which
you're doing is just adding layers upon layers of thinking and even some stress on yourself
Mhm.
to come up with a solution. And it will never happen from that space. But as soon as you open it up a little bit, then yeah, there's that new thought I was looking for. There's that solution.